Hi, welcome you all for today's session. Today, I would like to explain about how to compute data cube more efficiently. So let us discuss about data cube computation methods, efficient computation methods. So the efficient methods for data cube computation are given as already we discussed in the last previous session about the materialization and the data cube aggregation. Now, how to do them more efficiently, let us see. Data cube computation is one of the most important essential tasks in data warehouse. Pre-computation of all are part of the data cube actually greatly reduce the response time as well as which increases the performance of the OLAP operations. But this is one of the most challenging tasks for pre-computation. So how can we compute data cubes in advance, that is pre-computation, more efficiently? So already discussed about the materialization, three types of materialization: no materialization, partial, and the full materialization. Let us discuss something more in depth about the how to do this materialization or computation, full cube computation, iceberg cube computation. So the basic terminologies are: while cube computation, base cell. A cell in base cuboid is called as a base cell. Already we know about the lattice of cuboids. So the base cuboid is nothing but the base cell. And aggregate cell, a cell in non-base cuboid, except base, remaining all are non-base cuboids. So each aggregated dimensions are indicated as star. So those are called as aggregated cells. For example, if we take three-dimensional data cube, so we have 1D, 2D cells are there and 3D cells are there in the lattice of cuboid. 3D is nothing but here base cells. Remaining all are aggregated cells. And what are the ancestor and descendant cells? So 1D and 2D cells are ancestors. By using those, aggregating those, we are getting the 3D cell. So 3D is the descendant cell. So what is full cube and the iceberg cube and the closed cube? So full cube is nothing but pre-computation for all the cells of all the cuboids in the data cube is nothing but full cube. Whereas partial computation, already we discussed partial computation. Only some of the essential cuboids as per the task we are going to compute. So computing only the cuboid cells whose measure satisfies the iceberg condition. What is iceberg condition? So iceberg is nothing but in a sea, if we observe, so sea is floated with icebergs or ice cubes. But these ice cubes are not available in the depth. Okay, below the sea, we don't have the icebergs. Only these are floating. Means part of the sea water is available as a iceberg. Similarly, we are going to do the part of the lattice of cuboids. Some of the cuboids we are going to compute. Pre-computation is done for some of the cuboids. Only the small portion of the cells may be above water, similar to the iceberg. So this is the syntax or DMQL query language used for computation of the iceberg. Compute cube sales iceberg as select month, city, customer group, count star. So this will give the aggregation of the, so what is the total sales, particularly month, city wise and customer group. And we are taking the constraint is count star is greater than or equal to minimum support. We are supplying the minimum support value as a constraint. Closed cube is nothing but the cube consisting of only closed cells. A cell that has no descendant cell, then it is called as a closed cell. If there is no descendant cell, then it is called as a closed cell. Now, how to compute either full cube or the iceberg cube? There are three methods are there. Bottom-up approach is there and top-down approach is there. Combination of both top-down and the bottom-up approach. Usually for full cube computation, we go for the multi-way array aggregation, bottom-up. And for top-down approach, which is nothing but BUC, the name itself is called as a bottom-up construction, but it is doing in the top-down way. And integrating both the methods is nothing but star cubing algorithm is used for combination of the both. Let us see one by one. So the first one is multi-way array aggregation cube computation, that is full cube computation. Here, this method computes full cube by using multi-dimensional array. So here, it partitions the n-dimensional array into small n-dimensional chunks. These small n-dimensional chunks can easily fit in the memory, easily stored in the memory. Each chunk is stored as an object in the memory. These chunks are compressed. Each chunk are compressed by using chunk ID plus offset. These two can be used as cell addressing. Cell addressing is referred to the chunk ID plus offset value. Using this one, we'll get the compressed cells by eliminating the empty cells. What is the empty cell? Empty cell is nothing but the cell which is not having any valid data. So that we are going to compress now, which is nothing but sparse array addressing. So by using the chunk ID plus offset. Now, compute aggregates in multi-way by visiting cube cell in the ordering which minimizes the number of times to visit each cell and reduces memory access and storage cost. So we are going to compute each cell without revisiting the same cell, so that which can reduces the memory access as well as the storage cost. This is way of computation of the multi-way array aggregation. We are finding the aggregation of the cells only, calculating the aggregation of each cuboid only. Let us consider an example. Here a 3D array is partitioned, three-dimensional array is partitioned into small memory based chunks. Here the memory is partitioned into 64 chunks. So see this diagram. Here there are 64 chunks are there. So A, B, C are the three dimensions having four attributes A0, A1, A2, A3, and dimension B also B0, B1, B2, B3, C also C0, C1, C2, C3. If we give the numbering for each cuboid, start with the 1, we will get 4 into 4 into 4, 64 chunks. So that three-dimensional array is partitioned into 64 chunks. Let us consider this one is example. See this one, the attributes, how they are represented. Now, what is the best way to calculate? Because we need to reduce the memory access as well as the storage cost. So what is the best traversing order in the above diagram in order to calculate multi-way array aggregation? Multi-way array aggregation itself is nothing but without revisiting the same cell. So that we have to calculate the aggregation. That is nothing but multi-way array aggregation. Suppose the cardinality of the dimension A, B, C are given as, for our example, 40, 400 and 4000 respectively. Then the size of each partition, so each plane is 10, 100 and 1000 respectively. Now computation of all the cuboid means, what is the meaning of computation? In the given lattice of cuboid, we have to get the aggregation of AB plane, AC plane, BC dimensions, and single 1D dimensions A, B, C, and the apex, and also the three together, A, B, C dimensions together. Recollect the lattice of cuboids, so that we have to consider all the cuboids with respect to the three dimensions. What are the possible orderings are? So the possible orderings, here I have taken the 2. If you have any more orderings, we can also take more ordering. So here I am considering 2 orderings. Ordering from 1, 2, 3, 4. I would like to calculate. This one is one chunk, first chunk. This one is second chunk. This one is third chunk. Okay. So I am going to considering first chunk, second chunk, third chunk, fourth chunk, then fifth, then sixth, seventh, eighth, then 8, 9, 10, 11. So same order 1, 2, 3, 4 till the 64 chunks I am going to consider. That is my first ordering. If I consider this one, then scanning the chunks of 1 to 4 of ABC with respect to the 3 dimensions. Now I am going to start with the AB plane. Okay. So I am going to start with the AB plane, then considering the C plane. So the B0, C0 is computed, aggregated over A0 to A3. Multi-way array aggregation used to avoid the rescan of the particular chunks. Because while visiting that chunk, maybe that may be already calculated, then we need to avoid. So to avoid 3D chunk more than once into memory, the minimum requirement is for holding all relevant 2D planes. So this is the way of calculating by avoiding the revisiting that one. So whole AB plane we have to consider, and one row of AC plane, then one chunk of BC plane. So that without revisiting, we can able to calculate the how many memory units are required. So that is whole AB plane is nothing but as per a given size of the this one. See this one, size of A is 40, B is 400. Whole AB means 40 into 400. One row of AC. So A and C 44,000. One row means 1,000. So that 40 into 1,000 plus one chunk of BC. So each chunk is, so each partition is. So 100 into BC, because it is BC, 100 into 1,000. So that we need 1,56,000 memory units. If you consider another order like 1, 17, 33, 49. So how can we take this one? So in this diagram, if we start back side of this one, there is 17 is there. Okay, 17, 18 like that. Again, back side of that cell, because in this 3D, it is not visible. Okay, if you consider in that order 117, some backside chunks instead of visible chunks, backside chunks we are taking. If we take the order is another order is like this 117, 33, 49 and so on. So now the condition is multivariate aggregation whole BC plane. Now I am starting with the BC plane, then one row of AC plane and one chunk of AB plane. So if you calculate, we'll get the 16,41,000 memory units. So that 10 times or more memory units are required for pre-computation if we go to this order. So that's what, therefore, the most efficient one is we have to start with the AB plane. So that is 1, 2, 3, up to 64 chunks we have to, 64 pieces, cuboids we need to compute without revisit using the multi-way array aggregation. So this is the diagram we will get after getting the computation. This is the first one, multi-way array aggregation. So coming to the Buck algorithm, the another one is instead of full cube computation, if we do the iceberg cube computation, partial computation, how should we? So this is Buck is one of the algorithm, bottom-up construction. The name is bottom-up construction. What we assume, maybe we start with the bottom, but no, it is starting with the top because the authors are considering all his apex cuboid is the starting one. So that's what it is called as a bottom-up construction. Unlike multi-way, BUC construct the cube from the apex cuboid towards the base cuboid. So starting from the apex and towards this is the base cuboid, right? And whatever required dimension, those will be considered from the apex to the base cuboid. The processing order also allows BUC to prune during construction. During this reconstruction, it is going to apply the pruning methods using the a priori property. And the best order is the one that minimizes the memory requirement and reduces the input outputs. So this is the way of representing data mining query language for computation of the Buck. Compute cube, iceberg cube. So the syntax itself has iceberg cube. That is nothing but as per the task given, we are going to apply the automatically a priori property. It prunes the rest of the dimensions and it will consider. So select ABC, count star from R, cube by ABC having count star is greater than or equal to 3. 3 is nothing but the dimensions, number of dimensions. Another one is star cubing is nothing but combination of the bottom up and top down approaches. It combines, integrates both. For example, dimension A is the shared dimension of ACD and AD. See this one, shared dimension of ACD and AD. And ABD or AB means. So see this one is ABD, AB. Means cuboid ABD has shared dimensions of AB. So here AB dimensions are shared. Whereas ACD, AD, here we are going to take the shared dimensions of A and D along with the C. Allows for shared computations. For example, cuboid AB is computed simultaneously as the ABD. Here what we are doing is simultaneously bottom-up approach as well as the top-down will be taken. Aggregate in a top-down manner but with the bottom-up sub-layer underneath which will allow the a priori pruning. Same as it is using a priori pruning we are going to calculate. These shaded dimensions grow in bottom-up fashion. This is about the star cubing. Thank you.